It's been a long time since I've actually made a video, a lecture video, I mean. And yeah, we're back. One of my friends had difficulties with the brachial plexus, and he said, yo, teach me. And I said, okay, I'll make a video and I'll upload it on the channel, and you can watch it whenever you want. So, I mean, this is for demonstrative purposes only. Don't take it, don't get offended. Because everything will make sense just a moment. So what is the brachial plexus? It's a plexus of nerves. It's just it's just a ball, let's say a ball of nerves in between your neck and upper limbs. And it is something that makes your life kind of worse. Okay. So, yeah. Flipping. This idea was one of the best ideas I've ever had. Memorized in brachial plexus. At least the first part of the brachial plexus. Easy for me. So, the brachial plexus is made of the anterior rami of some nerves. Alright? So, where does it start? It starts from C5. Me as a whole, when I try to memorize it, the doctor says, where does the brachial plexus start and where does it end? And like C5, 4, maybe 3, yeah, literally. So I said, fuck that shit, I need to do something about it. So where does it start? C5 and ends in T1. 5, great. How do I memorize that thing? You have 5 digits in your hand. Remember the picture? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, C5. Where does it end? T1. How do I remember that thing? C5 at 5, but the trick is count from 5, add 5, but count from 5. So 5, 6, 7, 8, T1. Brilliant. Now you memorize the extension of the brachial plexus. That's awesome. So, the brachial plexus is made of roots, trunks, divisions, and cord. Wow. So informative. So, how the roots make the trunks is they combine. C5, C6 combine and make the upper trunk. C7 says, fuck you. Wait. C8 and T1 combine and make the lower trunk. C7 says, fuck both of you. I ain't doing this shit. I'll roll alone. I'll run alone. I'll walk alone. I'll do some shit alone. I'm unique. Can't be stopped, bitch. Yeah. So C7 goes on its own, makes the middle trunk. Hell, he's badass. So, this when the flipping means something. So, C5 and C6 are against each other. C8 and T1 are combined. C7 runs alone. So here comes the flipping. See? Flipping. Let me edit. That's it for you. Like literally, these two are combined and this one goes alone. Like damn. How do you remember it? That's it. And then the trunks have divisions, anterior and posterior division. So the anterior, each one of them, anterior, posterior, anterior. Wait a minute, I have to do a color coding this badass. Anterior, posterior, anterior, posterior. Oh shit. Posterior. Anterior, posterior. Right? We all have two balls. One anterior, one posterior. Oh, do you have balls? I have balls. We have balls. Anterior, posterior. That's great. So, all the posterior divisions combine in the middle to form something called the posterior cord. Wow. And the anterior division of the upper and middle trunk come here and say, wow, we are the lateral cord. They form the lateral cord. This guy forms the posterior cord. And this badass over here says, fuck you both. I ain't doing this shit. I walk alone. Can't be stopped, can't be touched. The anterior division of the lower trunk walks alone. That's it. Lateral cord. That's the brachial plexus. So far, so good for you guys. Now, we have branches coming off. Branches coming off the roots. Note the fuck you division. Branches coming out of the trunk. And branches coming out of the cords. Lateral, posterior, medial. This is the best thing ever. Okay. So the roots have two branches. I don't want to write it down. Do I have to memorize it? It's already there. You can look at it. So, from the roots comes dorsal scapular, long thoracic. Long thoracic goes to the serratus anterior. So, if this long thoracic is damaged, thoracic anterior doesn't function, you have winged. Although I want the abnormalities, the damages for another video. Okay, I'll leave it for another video. So, long thoracic. Dorsal scapular goes back to the rhomboid minor, rhomboid major, and levator scapulae, which their function is elevation of the medial border of your scapula. Upper trunk, this trunk here, nerve to subclavius, fuck that shit, and suprascapular. Suprascapular goes to the supraspinatus and infraspinatus. Supraspinatus abducts, infraspinatus laterally rotatus. Right? Supra, infra, abducts. Lateral cord, lateral pectoral nerve, musculocutaneous nerve goes to your anterior compartment of your arm. Lateral root of the median nerve, lateral root of the medial nerve, lateral pectoral nerve. I mean, it's lateral. Come on. There's nothing else you can do about it. Lateral cord. What is associated with lateral? Lateral pectoral nerve, lateral part of the median nerve. So for the lateral pectoral nerve, let me demonstrate some good stuff, some anatomy for you. Lateral pectoral nerve, pectoralis major. I just thought of it. Major. Look at how badass I am. Major. Why the lateral goes to, because like down below there's the medial pectoral nerve goes to major, pectoralis major and minor. Right, great. Why? How do I differentiate between these two? Which one is the biggest one? Major covers the most, covers the whole field, covers all the ground, it expands. So, like logically, you can say reaches the most distal parts. Lateral, distal, lateral involves it. And the pectoralis minor, no, it's small, it's within. So the medial one, because it's within, the medial pectoral nerve, because it's medial, it involves the pectoralis minor. Yeah. And we have lateral root of the median nerve of the lateral cortex. It's not lateral. Basically, you have to think before coming to memorize, you have to just think about this. Median has two parts, lateral part and the medial part. Where does the lateral part comes from? Lateral cord. We have two pectoral nerves, lateral and medial. Lateral comes from the lateral cord, and the medial ones comes from the medial cord. And I don't know how to fucking memorize them, how to relate the musculocutaneous. Just come on, musculocutaneous. That's one. That's down. I'm badass. This is how you memorize some stuff. You put in some cuss words. You put in some silly shit. And in the end, you come back with a product of memorizing. So, lateral cord comes with musculocutaneous nerve of the biceps and the bria, those stuff. Medial cord, because it's medial. But what is medial? Ulnar nerve. And what is medial? Medial root, medial pectoral nerve. And you have musculocutaneous nerve above, a cutaneous nerve here, and the medial cord, cutaneous nerve of the arm and the forearm. Because it's medial cutaneous nerve of the arm and forearm. Fuck this, extra nerves. Medial cutaneous nerve of arm, forearm, medial cord. The word medial pectoral nerve, medial cutaneous nerve, ulnar nerve, because it's fucking medial root of the median nerve. You have no excuse to fucking not know this. Then what's left? Posterior cord. Okay, we covered musculocutaneous, we covered ulnar. We have two more major nerves, which are axillary and radial. Where do they come from? I covered all. I don't know, sir. We've already covered the medial cord and lateral cord. We're left with the posterior cord. So, posterior cord. Whoa. And each of them goes to their own muscles and stuff that we will cover in the future videos. Yeah, good. Whew. Now, as for the upper and lower subscapular nerve, I don't know. I just look at the graph and it's there, so it is there. But there's another thing that I want to add. The upper and lower subscapular nerve. What is associated with the word subscapular? Wow, subscapularis muscle. Upper, lower, both innervate the subscapularis muscle. But the lower subscapular nerve also innervates teres major for some reason. I don't know. Then thoracodorsal nerves goes to, also called the intermediate subscapular nerve, goes to the latissimus dorsi, the climbing muscle, which, wait a minute, let me tell the function of the pectoralis muscle: adduction and the medial rotation. As for the subscapularis, medial rotation. Teres major, medial rotation. Both of them are together. Latissimus dorsi, adduction, internal rotation, and extension of the shoulder joint. Teres minor is the bitch, lateral rotation. Radial nerves goes to shit ton of muscles. You can search that up. That's it for the brachial plexus. I hope you enjoyed. This is the most fucked up way to cover something. The brachial plexus. Because I did arrange that stuff, but I wasn't sure to cover the functions as well. But then, yeah, we just put in some stuff. Yeah, if you like this, if you laughed, I know you will laugh. Or if you're shocked, flabbergasted of how the hell I did figure all of this shit out. Yeah, you can like, subscribe, whatever. Have a beautiful day.